Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Ghost. It's back. It is the second half of season 4, the final season. It's episode 6 called Devil's Playground. Before we get started with the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it and thank you in advance. So here we go. It's bittersweet. Okay, so it opens up with Drew. He is in his car and he's watching Detective Carter manhandle some dude. They're trying to find dirt on him because he roughed them up in episode 5 of the last season when they stole the drugs, Monet and her goons. And we also see Tyreek and Braden. They're blackmailing Noma uh, because she knows that they're selling drugs in the school. And they talk their way out of it. Tyreek brings up Anya, Noma's daughter. And Tyreek knows that Noma doesn't want her daughter in this life. She doesn't know anything about her mother and what she's doing. Her daughter thinks she's just rich and she's just enjoying herself out in the world. And he brings up, well, she was sleeping at my house, last night or the other night. Noma doesn't want to hear that. So Braden and Tyreek, they get a reprieve from Noma. Always, somehow, some way, they get from away from her, and they're able to do their own thing. Meanwhile, Drew's back at the house with Monet and Diana. Diana and Monet had gone shopping early in the day for the baby, and they bought a lot of baby things, though she just found out she was pregnant. I don't know why she's buying anything right now. But anyway, as they're in the home, people bust in. It's the police, and it's Carter and his crew, and they want to know who the drugs belonged to that Monet was stealing, and she doesn't give up an answer. They manhandle her. They take Diana's belongings that she just got for the baby and break her little baby globe that she just purchased. They even take Drew away. They got something for him to do. And this is how the police go into someone's home, because they're dirty cops. Later, we see that Noma and Kane are out with a business dinner or luncheon during the day of some government official. While they're at lunch, there's a drive-by shooting outside, and they shoot the official. And they were really aiming for Noma and Kane, and we find out that person was Zion, and he ended up killing the city official. So what they do is they take Drew, his assignment, they put him in a jail. And that was really weird because the jail cell was outside. And they gave him a burner phone. They want him to kill a guy named Zay in the hospital, in the infirmary, in jail. So that's what he's supposed to be doing. Zion is actually working for Carter, and they put him up in a stash house. And he even threatened Carter that he would, take him out or reveal some things about him. So anyway, Carter gives him the address, and he's in the stash house. And he tells Felicia. Now, Felicia is the lady cop that works with Carter. He tells Felicia, the lady cop, to go to the stash house and kill Zion. Next scene, we have Anya. Anya's up there sleeping with Tyreek. She's in his dorm room, and she told Tyreek that her mother told her to stay away from him, that he was no good. And he's like, my family was no good, my dad was no good, but I'm good. I had nothing to do with that life. He's setting it up so he looks perfect in her eyes. And she kind of grades him on his performance, and she gives him a solid 8. Okay, Tyreek. And she's like a wham bam, thank you, man. She's the one getting up out of there. She sleeps with him, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And he says a little. She's leaving. She got other things to do. As she's getting dressed, he's asking her questions about her mom, and they're from Nigeria, and she won't let Anya go there, but she has a brother there. He's trying to get intel. He says how her father was killed recently. I believe he's aware of it. She doesn't know who she is dealing with. Felicia gets a call from some I guess it's the people who watch the cops, the special affairs or whatever that is, and she gets a call because there was a report that she was being too hard, too forceful with the public, and so someone has a complaint about her for excessive force. Mm. So that's why she goes to her car. She's stressed out. She gets the coke. They want her in. They want her to come in and talk about it. Uh, she was out to kill Zion because that's what the orders that Carter gave her. But this trumps that. So she wants Diane to kill. She has enough time to tell Diane to do this. Why don't you go over there and kill the guy? You could have saved all that time. But she goes over to Diane and she apologizes and whatnot. And uh, I think she assumes it was Monet that made the call, but Monet wouldn't do that because she ain't gonna call the cops. But she gets Diane aside. She tells her that she needs to kill Zion. And she's like, I don't do that. I'm just a college student. Felicia believes she has done it. She wants Diane to kill Zion at the stash house, or Drew, who is in custody, will die. So she got Diane in on this. I don't even know why she got Diane. It just didn't make any sense. Just go kill the guy real quick or kill him after the meeting. One or the other. I don't know why you need to put Diane on this. So Diane is troubled by this. She don't want to do this. So she tells her baby daddy Tyreek, this has been put on me, and if I don't do it, what's going to happen. But the dirty cop wants her to kill Zion. Mm. And as she's talking to Tyreek, here comes Effie. Effie, uh, she talks to Tyreek, and she heard from their oh my God, whatever that girl's name is. In real life, she's light skinned Keisha, but that girl was talking. Carisha, I think maybe her name is. She was talking, and Diane had told her that she was pregnant. So the girl told Effie, and Diane is like, her advice is get an abortion. And her and Diane and Effie have like a little spat. I don't even know why she needs to say anything. That's their business. Whatever their business is, let them handle it. They don't need information, advice, anything from you. So Diane told Tyreek about how she needs to kill Zion, and Tyreek tells Davis. So they're making a play. They're going to do something where uh, they're going to talk to Noma. They're going to get in good with her again because of this Zion issue. So meanwhile, Dre has been, or Drew has been in the infirmary, actually in the jail, and he overhears that there's going to be some guys are going to be talking to the feds about Carter. He starts a fight, and this is his plan to get beat up. They beat him up and they put him in the infirmary where this other guy Zay is, and all the nursing staff, I don't know, it's just so perfect. He gets put on a bed somewhere, and he's all beat up. So and he has maybe it was a broken rib. I don't know. He has something going on. And while everybody steps out, this guy Zay's laying in the bed, unconscious. It looks like, or maybe he's just asleep. But he suffocates him, and he removes little tubes and stuff. I guess that would alert the nursing staff that something's going on because of the monitor. So he takes it off, He kills him, smothers him with a pillow, puts it back on, and it's beep, beep, beep. He gets back in his bed, and Zion is, not Zion, Zay is dead. Um, so what happens after that, Carter, I think it was Monet that told Carter that it was the Russians' drug. So Carter and his goons, dirty police, go to the restaurant that the Russians own, and they, shoot him up. And it was crazy because Effie was there to smooth stuff over with the Russians per Noma's instructions, and she has a good rapport with them. So Carter's goons come in, they shoot up the place. Somehow, some way, the Russian guy gets shot, and he falls on to Effie, which is perfect. Effie can just lay there, play dead, because they don't really see her. And the coast is kind of clear, she makes a run for it, and one of the dirty cops, I think, was it a dirty cop? Somebody's gonna kill her. I think it was one of the dirty cops. And she took some drugs and money or whatnot, and she put it in her backpack. Then the guy has a gun on her, and she's like begging for her life, and somehow he gets killed. Somebody behind him shoots him, and before that happens, though, I don't know how she's safe, but I think it was a dirty cop maybe. They take her backpack and they go into another room, and it was Nico, I think his name, one of the dirty cops. And I'm explaining this all crazy, but it was Tate, the good cop, that saved her, I believe. But he is watching over Carter. He's kind of, maybe he knows something's going on. He sees it was Nico that stole the drugs and the money. He's been following him, and well, later he confronts Carter, and he lets him know that your people, and you got some dirty cops on your team. And Carter, it's so funny, he comes clean. You got to be dirty if you're going to try to get the bad guy. You got to be the bad guy. So, and he's asking Tate to come along with him. Tate's like, no, you guys are dirty. And I know Nico had something to do with Zay's death, because he booked Drew into booking. His name is on the books. He's watching it. And then this guy Zay ended up dead. He's telling all this to Carter. Carter's like, come be with us, be a part of this squad. And Tate doesn't want nothing to do with it. So Carter takes out his gun and he shoots. Looks like apparently he kills Tate. He was short-lived, so he's dead. Dre he had already killed Zay. He already informed Nico that Roman is going to be talking to the feds about Carter. So there's going to see something brewing there. We have Braden. He's, with his girlfriend and whatever he's doing, that music stuff, selling the drugs as this girl performs, and he's getting high. He's so high, he gets on stage with her, dancing all around. They got to pull him off stage. Tariq witnessed all this, and he's trying to talk to him. You need to cool it down with those drugs. And he takes Braden over to Zion's place, and he's going to act like Zion, that Braden is just there for another re-up. And when Zion opens the door, there's a scuffle. Just chaos ensues. And Tariq busts in, and there's fighting all around. And they end up, after the brawl, killing Zion. So Zion's dead. So that's good for Diane.
All right, little ghost. I see you. Not no more.
The girl that wanted Diane to kill Zion, they have cameras in there. They can see that Tariq and Braden are the ones that killed Zion, so she wants to confront Diane. I told you to kill him. I didn't tell you to have Tyreek St. Patrick to kill him. And Diane doesn't care. She's not about the life. She wants out of it. Who cares? And she throws her phone at her, the burner phone that she gave Diane. And so this girl, she's high, she's snorting that coke, and so she's probably just, on one. They want to fight. They're hostile. So she starts beating Diane. Diane was on her way to see Tyreek at some shop. She was almost there. This girl's beating her, kicking her, and the girl doesn't know, Felicia is the police, the bad cop, doesn't know that Diane is pregnant. She's beating her, kicking her, and we see Tyreek. He goes to the place they're supposed to meet. He goes inside, which was really weird how just perfectly this worked out. He goes inside. He doesn't see her. He steps outside and he calls her. Her phone ringer is on loud, and apparently she's in the alley right next to the place you're supposed to meet Tyreek. Tyreek calls her. He hears her phone. He goes and investigates, and he sees his baby mama on the ground. I guess she's unconscious. She's not responding to her. Wait till he finds out who is responsible for laying his baby mama out like this, most likely killing their baby. And that woman's gonna die. She might die in broad daylight. He might shoot her at the precinct while she's sitting at her desk, because she is dead. She is as good as dead, and that is how the episode ended. Yeah, I want to see her gone, and I want her to see in the roughest way possible. Putting your hands on Diane, she didn't do nothing to you. But that is it for now. Thank you for staying with me to the end. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and thank you in advance. But I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.